STX just ripped like an orbital cannon, my people. Welcome to Dayrade Daily, the chaotic corner where we day trade these moonshot gaps before they reverse and emotionally tax us.
STX at 442.93, up like 19.14%. That is not a stock move, that is a boss fight, and my nervous system is the tutorial dummy.
Quick context. This is Dayrade Daily. We hit the big intraday movers like STX, NXT, INTC, WDC, and the weird stuff in utilities and gold, so you can plan actual trades, not emotional fan fiction.
Translation: we yell about candles so you maybe stop hitting market buy at the exact high. And while you are here, kindly bully that like button and subscribe so Jet can afford caffeine that is not homemade disaster.
Yes, smash like or STX prints the cleanest trend day without you. And later, your group chat pretends they totally called it on Thursday, January 29th, 2026, while receipts say you were doom scrolling memes.
On STX, the story is simple but violent. Huge storage demand outlook, guidance surprise, and tech rotation. So with average volatility around 8.82% and overall bullish sentiment, this thing is a momentum highway intraday.
Momentum highway! Bro, this is a no guardrail mountain road. My plan is opening. Drive scalp only. Quick hits around the first pullback. Tight stops because one hesitation and you speedrun a loss screen.
Tip number 1, degenerates. If you describe your plan as quick stabs, you are not trading STX. You are reenacting your previous account history. Cut size in half and pretend you respect your own rules.
My people, STX is cult territory today. I want first pullback toward the base consolidation, shrinking selling pressure. Then I pyramid in like it is a once per cycle blessing. Stops just under structure. No hero buys in the vertical zone.
Key intraday on STX is trend versus blow-off. Watch if volume confirms each new high. If price extends but volume fades, that is where you stalk mean reversion instead of worshipping the candle.
Speaking of worshipping candles, NXT up around 13.28% feels like the options gods finally read my manifesting journal. Who let the thing gap like that?
NXT is my new side religion today. Big guidance beat. Chatter about next-gen tech upgrades. And social feeds calling it the chosen hardware. I want an opening range breakout if it flags tight over the pre-market base.
Of course Toro wants a religion. NXT up double digits smells like trapped shorts, plus momentum funds chasing. I would rather wait for the second push that stalls and then fade it back toward VWAP, instead of buying the sermon.
That is actually sensible with average volatility around 8.82%. This NXT move is stretched, so mean reversion setups after exhaustion candles are statistically attractive intraday.
Yeah, mad that. I just need clear liquidity pockets. Fake breakdowns under intraday support, then instant reclaim, quick scalps. If it slices that level twice, I am banned from clicking NXT the rest of the day.
That brings us to tip number 2. If you keep banning yourself from a ticker and still trade it, you do not need a new strategy. You need a babysitter with admin rights on your own account.
All right, Ancient Risk Manual. What about INTC? Up about 11.04%. Legacy chip decides it is a growth stock again, and suddenly every boomer portfolio looks like a meme account.
INTC is ripping because earnings surprised on margins and data center commentary, plus a classic sector catch-up, big funds rebalancing into lagging semis. So intraday, this is prime for opening range breakout, then grind with shallow pullbacks.
My only problem with INTC is it used to move like a sleepy index. Now it is throwing 11.04% haymakers, and my brain still sizes it like it is a stable uncle. That is how you accidentally YOLO into a boomer berserker.
Here is your risk hack. If a ticker used to move like paint drying and now it is printing double-digit gains, treat it like a small-cap demon for at least a week. Smaller size, wider stops, and no revenge clicking.
And if you are printing on INTC today, remember to subscribe so you can flex your legendary discipline in the comments later, instead of disappearing like your last red month.
Can we talk WDC up like 10.7%? Storage bros everywhere waking up like, did we just become growth again? Or is this a glitch in my broker feed?
WDC is basically sympathy and positioning. STX explodes. Everyone realizes storage is under-owned, plus chatter about pricing bottoming, so funds pile in, and intraday you get beautiful pullback buys toward VWAP.
Beautiful until retail shows up. My WDC plan is fade the third spike that fails to clear intraday high. Small starter, then add only if it actually rolls, not just because your timeline is screaming storage season.
I hear you, but my cult play is pairing STX and WDC. If STX holds trend and WDC lags on a weak pullback, I want that rotation long. Risk off the low of the pullback candle. Target the prior spike highs.
Bro, you just described pair trading to an audience that still forgets to put hard stops. This is how people open 6 charts and end the day long both tickers and short sanity.
Okay, derailment risk aside, overall sentiment is bullish. Dips keep getting bought. So your default intraday plan across STX, NXT, INTC, WDC should be buy strong pullbacks, not short every green candle like a contrarian superhero.
Speaking of weird strength, OKLO up about 10.7%. Nuclear vibe check. Tiny float energy kid, suddenly acting like the main character of the utility sector.
OKLO move is likely regulatory optimism and speculative money hunting anything nuclear adjacent. Sector is quiet, so a name like this becomes focus. Intraday, I only touch it on clear, high-volume flags, never random chop.
And remember, thin utility rockets teach pain. You get seduced by 10.7%, ignore the spread. Then 1 week later, you are journaling about how nuclear energy stole your lunch money.
Yeah, OKLO is on my maybe list, only my rule is if I cannot mentally survive a 10-point move against me without therapy, I scale way down or just admire from watchlist.
Fast detour to TXN and SNDK, both around high single-digit gains. Quieter cousins, cleaner flags, less insane slippage. Perfect for traders who want moves, but not full chaos mode.
Exactly. TXN off better guidance and SNDK riding storage enthusiasm are nice secondary plays. Stalk higher lows over pre-market levels. Avoid chasing the first breakout and instead trade the retest when emotion cools.
Imagine that. Trading something reasonable. Reminder, smashing subscribe costs $0, but ignoring risk on STX costs however many times you say just one more trade today.
Before we go lightning mode, quick shout to the gold crew. GFI up about 8.96% and HMY up around 7.78%. Reddit looks like a prospector convention with leverage.
That is pure risk hedge rotation plus social sentiment. When metals names run like that intraday, I prefer fading blow-off spikes rather than buying late, especially if you see chat rooms chanting all in with no plan.
And FIGR sneaking higher, over 8.18%. Financials deciding they want to cosplay momentum names. I only care if we get a clean reclaim over intraday resistance with real volume. Otherwise, boring suits can wait.
Lightning round time before Toro starts a storage cult newsletter. Bold prediction. STX becomes a lifestyle brand, and people start naming pets after their favorite entry level from today.
Prediction add-on. INTC and NXT keep acting young. Rallies continue, and every long-term investor locks in thinking it is a glitch instead of taking profit.
That is the show. Lock your plans, size responsibly, hit like and subscribe so this chaotic roundtable keeps you company on the next wild session. And please, trade smarter than our jokes.